Good morning and Assalamu alaikum, all the students and other participants. First of all, I would like to congratulate the placement cell and the career guidance cell of our college that is organizing this lecture series or lectures for preparing students for job opportunities. And dear students, my topic today is job winning attributes or qualities. First of all, I would like to tell you that this new education is very much different than the traditional, than the past education system. This education system is requiring practical qualities in students instead of idealistic qualities. So today we will see that how different qualities are required, demanded today by the criteria of new education policy. So, dear students, we will first of all see that there are six different types of qualities that we need to have to get job opportunities at present. First of all, academic excellence. See, if you are studying, if you are doing some studies in higher education institutions or getting any degree or pursuing any diploma or any internship, so definitely you should think about first of all, you should think about your academic excellence. What are the academic excellence? See, first in academic excellence comes domain expertise. Domain expertise means the subject, the topic, the faculty that you have chosen, the field that you have chosen, you should have a very considerable knowledge of that field. That's why if you are from arts, if you are from political science, so you should know political science better than all the people of the world. This is called domain expertise. Means you are expert, you are very much knowledgeable of your own field. But what we see, what we observe today, students think that the topic that they have chosen is their own. That's why they should not take so much attention. They should not care so much about it, and they give their concentration. They concentrate on some other things. So the first academic excellence is our domain expertise. We should know the field that we have chosen, that we have selected for our studies. Second, problem solving skills. See, all subjects, all fields have some problems, and all the students should know the problem solving skills. Means how to solve the problems of that field, how to know that field, how to practically take part into them and solve those difficulties so that we become problem solving personality. Then, third quality which is included into academic excellence is knowledge application. See, in the old days, we saw that people who got so much knowledge, they were very much impractical. They were very much idealist. They were very much theoretical. They did not take part. They remained aloof. They remained apart from society. They remained apart from the real life situations, problems. But today, the new education policy is demanding the application of knowledge. Means we should get the practical knowledge and we should apply that knowledge in all our practices. If we are not applying our knowledge into our practice, it means our knowledge is useless. Our knowledge is only in the mind. So knowledge in the mind is not good. We should think about it, that my knowledge is really helpful to me or not, or it is just in my mind and I am using my knowledge only for the thinking purposes. So this is the third quality which is included into academic excellence. Then the fourth one, self learning and research skills. See, practicality definitely demands a research work. If you are practical, so definitely you will practically do something. You will try to find something. You will do some research in some fields. So this is very important quality that we should do some research works, and we should have self-learning motivation. Means after telling or after being ordered by the teachers, after being ordered by the parents, we study, we read books. So it is a forcible study. It is forcible learning. We should start learning by our own self motivation. Now we should know importance. We should know the significance of studying, reading books, and we should learn by our own self efforts. So you see, these are the four sub qualities, sub skills that we need for academic excellence. So for academic excellence, first of all, we should have domain excellence or domain expertise. Second, problem solving skills. Third, knowledge application. And fourth, self learning and research skills. Now, we move to the second type of skills that we need to have for getting job. See, nowadays, companies, employers are looking for professional excellence. If you are knowledgeable, if you read books only, if you know so many things in the form of knowledge, in the form of information, so companies, employers don't ask for them only. They want some professional excellence in you. Means professionally how fit you are, how efficient you are, how competent you are. So professional excellence are must nowadays. So let's see what are the professional excellence. What skills are there in this professional excellence? See, first, practical skills. If you want to become successful in any profession, so you need to have practical skills. Practical skills means the ability you to use theoretical knowledge in real life situations. Same thing means application of knowledge or knowledge application. Practical skills means you should practically take part into real life situations, which doesn't take place nowadays. Means those who are studious people, those who read books, so in problem or in real life problems, in real life situations, they fail very badly. That's why people say that those who read books, they are only bookish people. They have only impractical knowledge. So professional skill requires practical skills, or professional excellence requires practical skills. Then creative thinking. See, we all think continuously. We all continuously keep ourselves engaged in thinking activity, but we need to think creatively. Creatively means we should think something new all the time. We should think about new ways, new ideas, new methodologies, new things. So this is called creative thinking. Then employability. Employability means we should create the ability because of which we get some employment. Other, you see, we again and again complain that our country is full of unemployment. Actually, unemployment is not there. Employability is there actually. All the youngsters, all the freshers, all the graduates in our country are only graduates, but they are not employable. Means that they don't have the ability to get employment. That's why we cannot say unemployments are there. Actually, unemployabilities are there. Our graduates are not employable. You see, our students, they only get their performance, their results in form of percentages only, in form of marks only. But in the form of practicality, when they are asked to tell something, to share something, to show their stage daring, to take part into some activities, so they go backward. They don't come forward. So it means we are only having the percentages. We are having only the handsome marks, but not the handsome abilities for getting employment. Then entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship means we youngsters, means you youngsters especially, should think about starting some new jobs, some new businesses. How small scale it is, how small it is, we should not think about it. We should start doing some business, because you see, nowadays the world is becoming a market, and in the market, the best product, the best employees are required. So instead of becoming employees, we should start thinking about becoming business starters. We should start some new businesses. So you see, if you are, as Salma ma'am told you, that you can start making papad, you can start making the things that you are expert in. 78. Then continuous learning. See, this is one of the most essential qualities in all learners, that we should never stop learning. We should continue to learning. Because you see, there is a very good quotation in English language that we should never stop learning. Why? Because life never stops teaching. Till our last breath, our life gives us some lessons. Our life continuously teaches us something very, very important. So continuous learning is one of the most important qualities all the learners, all the human beings should have. Because you see, if we are continuously learning, it means we are keeping ourselves continuously updated. And those who are updated, they are in demand continuously. They would be in demand continuously. Now, the next quality in professional excellence is analytical skills. See, this quality is also not at all there in us. We fail to analyze things. We fail to break into small parts, a big problem, a big matter, and then understand each one of them one by one. This quality is not at all in us. So we should think about it, that analytical qualities are not there in us. We don't, first of all, take any problem seriously, and after taking it, we don't categorize that problem, that what type of problem I'm facing, then what are the main parts of my problem, and how can I start solving them. First thing should be done in what terms or in what way. So these things are called analytical qualities. Means we should know how to break a big problem into small parts and one by one deal with those parts. Now, the next quality, the next skill in professional excellence is critical and solution oriented thinking. See, we should have a critical thinking. Critical thinking means a judgmental thinking. We should judge things. We should judge people. We should judge situations as they really are. So it means we are having critical thinking. We are having solution-oriented thinking. Because you see, nowadays, teamworks, group works are encouraged. So who are considered as successful group workers? Those who solve problems, those who are having solution or oriented thinking. Then global perspective in professional excellence. We should think globally. We should think in terms of humanism, in terms of whole world. We should not have some any type, sort of prejudice, any sort of uh, negative thinking about other people or other religions or other cultures. We should have a global perspective. We should think that this world is for all types of human beings. Only we people, only Muslims, only my group, only my cult, only my sect should be there in the world. This is a very biased, this is very prejudiced thought. We should not have. We should have a global perspective. We should think in terms of the whole world, not in terms of one group or in terms of one nation only. So this is global perspective. Means we should recognize the excellence, the betterment, the qualities of others also, even if they are not of our group. Now, the last quality in professional excellence is inclusivity. I request some participants, those who are keeping their participation unmute. So kindly mute yourself because I'm having some disturbances. Okay, now see, innovativeness. Innovativeness means the skill and imagination to create new things, ideas, or methods. See, this world always salutes the people who are innovative. Actually, they innovative people are the prime mover of this world. They actually running the world. They are actually taking the world ahead, and we are becoming follower of them. We are getting employment because of them. We are doing something. We are utilizing our skills because of them. So being innovative people, being innovative person in this world is
in this.
really a great thing. We should all think about it and take part into innovativeness or innovations. Okay, now yeah, everything there. See, I am having some technical problems. So stay tuned with me so that as soon as it will be solved, so we will continue. Now, okay, man. Now, see the personal excellence. First, we saw academic excellence. Then we saw second, professional excellence. Now the third, personal excellence, means what qualities, what good things should be there in our person, in our personality. So now we will see the personal excellence. See, in the personal excellence, the first thing that comes is self awareness. Self awareness means how aware we are of different things, different situations, different people of the world by our own self. Self awareness means knowing our whole reality by our own self. For example, who am I? What I do? What am I good at? What am I good at not? So these things, if I know, it means I am self aware. I know about myself very well. And you see, everyone knows about themselves very well. So this is our first personal excellence that we should think about. Then second, emotional self-regulation. See, in this regard, we all are very much weak. Emotionally, we are very weak. We go out of control when some emotional matters are there. So here you see second quality, which is personal quality, is emotional self-regulation. Means we should regulate ourselves emotionally. We should keep our emotions under control. We should express them as much as they are required. We should not go beyond the limit. We should not excessively express them or show them. This is called emotional self-regulation. Now, the third quality is self-esteem. Salma ma'am has shared with you this quality. Self-esteem means having good respect, having respect of our own self. We should think about positive things about ourselves. That I am something good. I do something good. So we should think in this. This is called self-esteem. Then humility. Humility means the quality opposite to pride. Humility means considering ourselves as always down to earth. We should not talk by exaggerated way about ourselves. Some participants are creating noise, so I request them keep their audios mute so that this my audio should go smoothly. I request to those who have kept their audio on mute, kindly mute. Okay. Now, after the humility, accessibility. Accessibility means you make yourself such a humble person, such a accessible person that anybody can freely come to you, talk to you, share with you everything that they want to. So this quality is called accessibility. Means the people should not think that how should I go to meet this person who is not looking very positive, who is not looking very friendly, amiable. So accessibility is very good quality that we should have in our person. Then positive attitude. This is very well known by all of us. Positive attitude means in all situations, in all negative situations, we should have some positive attitude. And even in the darkness, we should see the light. Then adaptability. Adaptability means the quality of changing ourselves according to the situation. So this quality we all should have. Means we should adjust ourselves, we should change ourselves as per the situation, as per the surrounding, as per the background. Then the tolerance. Tolerance. See, tolerance is one of the best qualities that a good human being should have. So we should have tolerance. We should tolerate others. We should be patient with others. So tolerance. Then recognition. Recognition means we should appreciate other people's qualities, other people's good works, their achievements. This is called recognition. Then the compassion. Compassion means we should have soft corner. We should have feeling of love, feeling of respect, feeling of tenderness for other people also. So this is called compassion, and we should have concern for others. You know, if some people are working with you, so we should take care of them also. We should take care of their worries. We should take care of their problems also. And if you are able to solve them, so do solve them. You know, so this is compassion. Now, the fourth quality, interpersonal excellence, means that this excellence is related to other people, means how we deal with other people and how we behave with other people. See, first is leadership. If we are concerned with other people, if we are connected with other people, so we should first of all logical resolution of issues. Sometimes the people face some problems and nobody is able to solve them, so we should solve the problems logically. We should solve the issues logically. So it means you will be considered as a good team leader, as a good captain, and people will definitely be with you, follow you. And then second one is self confidence. See, self confidence means whatever you do, whatever you say, whatever you share, you do that self confidently. Then initiative. Initiative means self motivation and willingness to do things. Means we should be the first. We should take initiative. We should start something. Because you see, when our group is there, when our team is there, so everybody thinks that who will do the things first. So those who do the first things first, they are called initiative or initiators. They are the starters. They are the first doers. Then dynamism. Dynamism means we should be very much active in our works, in our thoughts, in our responsibilities. If others are not doing, so don't get affected by their not doing negatively, but you start doing. So maybe because of your doing, they will be positively affected by you. Then empathy. Empathy means feeling the same or having the same feeling that the affected person is having. If someone is having some pain, so you are also feeling that pain in your heart. It means you are having the empathy. If you are empathetic person, then inclusiveness. Inclusiveness means including other people with you, different types of people and treating them equal. This is called inclusiveness. Then team building skills. We should have a skill by which we can create a good team. Means your team members should consider you as the good captain, as the good leader, and they be happy with you. They be happy to work with you. So this is called a team building skill. Then facilitation. You see, if you are a good leader, so you should facilitate, you should provide some facilities to your team member. You don't give them only work and then ask for the results only. You provide them facilities, you give them facilities. So these are, you see, interpersonal excellence, interpersonal qualities that we all should have. Now the fifth one is interpersonal communicational skills. Communicational skills. See, if we are connected, बस last दे रहे communicational skills means uh, how we talk, how we express our ideas, thoughts with others. So you see, first verbal skills. Verbal skills means we should speak things, we should express our ideas in a very clear and in a very intelligible manner, understandable manner. Then non-verbal skills. Non-verbal skills means without saying, without using words, how you express your ideas. Means by your body language, by your gestures, by your movements. So these are called non-verbal skills. Then mutual respect means when you are having a discussion with others, so you give respect to others ideas also. Don't say only your ideas, and don't give others their chances or their turns. You should provide them their turns to take and then express freely and happily to you, and you respect their ideas also. So this is called a mutual respect. Then listening. See, listening is very good quality that we all should have. If you are listening very well, so definitely your speaker will interestingly will tell you everything, and he will not, he won't hide anything from you. So listening, you should be a very good listener. When others are telling you, so you listen in such a manner that your listening is giving them the message that you are very much actively listening to them and you are happily enjoying their ideas. Then clarity and comprehensiveness. See, your ideas must be very clear in a very orderly manner. You say things in a very one by one, stepwise manner. And then whatever you tell must be comprehended, must be understood by your listeners. Then assertiveness. Assertiveness means that whatever you are telling, you tell with full confidence and with full uh, strength. And I mean, so you stood by your ideas. If you, someone is disagreeing with you, if challenging your ideas, so you need you should have the qualities to prove them or to give the proof of your idea. So this is called assertiveness. Now the last one is societal excellence. See, we human beings are social beings. So how we are living in a society, how we are behaving in a society. So societal qualities are also very important. So you see, in societal qualities, respecting diversity. See, our society is the combination, the sum of different types of people, different types of culture. So we should respect all types of diversities in our society. If different culture people are living, different religion people are living, different language people are living, so we should respect all. Then civic sense means if we are living in a society, we should not hurt, we should not create any problem for others. So this is called a civic sense, living happily, living in a friendly manner. Then third, law abiding. We should live by following all the rules, all the laws of living good in a society. Then cross cultural recognition. See, means every culture has good and bad or positive, negative qualities in them. So we should recognize all the good qualities of other cultures also. Then knowledge sharing. Knowledge sharing, we should freely share our knowledge, we should not hide our knowledge and allow others to share their knowledge to us. So in this way you see, uh, a knowledge based society will be created, and the people will talk knowledge. As we see that today people sit together in hotel and then talk only events, they only kill their time. But when we will share our knowledge, so everybody will share the knowledge, and knowledge based society will be created. Then social awareness and contribution. See, we should be aware of our society. It's a problems, it's a, all types of ups and downs, it's a, big points, it's a good qualities. And if we are aware of all of them, so we contribute in all of them. If our society is having good qualities, so we should increase those, we should contribute in increasing those good qualities. And if the bad things are there in our society, so we should contribute to eliminate, to abolish those bad qualities. So dear student, dear participants, here I conclude my session. And thank you very much for uh, being with me for whole time. And I was uh, looking at the screen that continuously the participants were increasing, and presently they are in 110 in number. So thank you all. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently. Thank you, ma'am.
डियर स्टूडेंट्स, अभी अभी आप लोग मुनव्वर सर को सुन रहे थे, जिन्होंने जो है जॉब विनिंग क्वालिटीज आप लोगों के सामने बहुत सारी क्वालिटीज रखी है, और इंशाल्लाह ताला जो है इस क्वालिटीज से आपको जो है, अगर आपके अंदर ये क्वालिटीज इंप्रूव होती है तो जरूर जो है आपको इससे फायदा मिलेगा. आखिर में जो है मैं ऑन द बिहाफ ऑफ career counseling and placement cell, I am very thankful to our principal, Dr. Ansari sir, IQSC chairperson, Professor Munawar sir, and academic and administrative coordinator, Dr. Salma madam, and my dear colleagues and very, very dear students who listen very carefully